It's another platter ready to be coloured. Maybe textured. Probably not. Just coloured. Hello, yes, I'm back again. Another part turned blank. I've done the back, sanded it, smoothed it down, put some cut and polish on it. Now let's get it in the chuck and do something with the the front side. Little attractive line of sporting. Not quite enough decoration for what I have in mind though. Right, now I think it's about time I did something with a bit of masking tape again. Right, I've covered it with masking tape and left lots of little gaps. Oh, missed one. Shall I stop there? Well, that was a great fun hour spent looking like I didn't know what I was doing, or looking like I knew what I was doing, or knowing that I looked like I didn't know what I was doing, or liking that I looked like I didn't know what I was doing. I'm mostly pleased. And now I'm going to leave it to dry overnight before I seal it and lacquer it and holler it at. Sweet dreams, lines, nodes, circles of communication, connections, a social network, the fabric of life. Maybe I'll have got a less pretentious title by morning. Don't count on it. And the next process, of course, is sealing. Right, a little bit of water. And it's time to wet sand. I don't do this with all of the pieces that I lacquer, but for ones I feel particularly fond of, it can really help to lift the whole appearance. So this is 800 grit wet and dry paper. And what I'm doing is smoothing out the lacquer, which is 4 or 5 coats. And I want to take the shine away, flatten that back, and then I will polish it, which will restore the shine but give a much more even surface. I think I'm going to find this one particularly hard to part with and sell, but that's what they're being made for. Let's just dry that off with a sheet of kitchen towel and see how I'm getting on. Probably can't pick it up. There's a slight little bit of pitting there where it hasn't gone on as evenly as it could have done, the lacquer. But definitely quite dull over here now. Better. Yeah, it's all around this edge, just needs a bit more attention. Obviously just running across the rim has removed quite a lot, cut back a lot of it, but the edge needs a bit of attention. I can see ahead of myself just a little bit of shine. A lot of the shine has gone, it's still drying off in places. Give that a moment, and then the next step is some T-cut scratch remover with some water. And I could do this by hand, but I quite like using this little sponge. On my little angle drill. Here it comes, just a few drops of it across the rim, get that nice and wet. Just work that around. Right, wipe that off, and that's bringing a bit of shine back. Not completely there yet, but this isn't a one-stop process or a one-step process. But as I dry this off, rub it off, you can see the shine is coming back. And I could leave it at this level of shine, but I want to go for something a bit more eye-catching. It might upset some wood purists, but it's my bit of wood. I give that a few moments to sink in. While that's happening, I'll put some on the back. Right, that should have had long enough. So a low speed, and we start holding the cloth against it, pulling it to the side, and you can see the shine start to appear. Move round to dry a bit of paper, and the wax in the middle really does make a difference. Nice contrast to the shine of the rim, but keeping some of the warmth of the wood present, until you fill it up with apples, of course. Take it up a bit faster, past the shake. Now I like to finish off with a little bit of going over with the white Nye-Web Brillo pad kind of thing from Chestnut Products, just to get a final smoothing off. This is non-abrasive, but it helps to remove any of the grit that might still be left from the paper. Let's have a look. That looks very nice. There, you can see the shine. See the softer sheen of the wood. Right, I can't quite remember where I got to with filming yesterday, but here it is, cut back with wet and dry 800 grit paper, and then revived with some scratch remover. And now I'm going to give the back a buffing, and then I'm going to buff this rim, get even more of a shine going on. Although it looks quite nice with more of a subtle shine, but we'll see how that goes. The inside I'll leave unbuffed, just finished with the wax. And then everything will get a coat of microcrystalline wax to keep those fingerprints off. But the back first, because that took a bit of abuse from the wet sanding. Right. And here it is, all finished. And I've really enjoyed doing this one. I think it's my favourite. Quite a big thing to say after 2 years of making things, but I think it's got more excitement in the design, more finesse with the stains. I like the combination of the lines and the circles. I think it's something I'm going to develop and do variations of, although I do say that occasionally from time to time. Time consuming, yes. Absorbing, yes. Worth it, yes. Will it sell? I'll let you know. Hope you've enjoyed the close-ups. Hope you've enjoyed the video. And it would be great if you're new here, if you could like and subscribe and leave a comment. I answer all of them. Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. Okay, so on the wood I've used, oh there we go. On the wood I've used the Chestnut